What is up, Go World? It's me, your boy JDZ, and I'm back at you with another Go Format video. Another major tournament has concluded, and we got a new champion has just got his crown. Another dope player who hasn't had the opportunity to play in a lot of events, but finally had the opportunity to show up to this one because it happened on a time where they just haven't had time, and they took this thing down. Someone you may know, someone you may love, someone you may not love. I don't know. You tell me. But in the building with me today, I have none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. EP, where you at himself, Shifty. Talk to him, baby. The newest FLC champion.
Thanks for the introduction. I'm feeling good. Yeah, I feel good after that event. So yeah, I'm buzzing.
Yeah, you know, you're on cloud nine. I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, you really wanted that title. You really wanted to win. We know how important these wins are in these games and how much time and effort you put into it and how much you get out of it is all determined on you. So to have that title and to have that crown is something that we all hold in high regard. So just go ahead real quick, man. For a lot of people who don't know who the Lord of Bones is, who Shifty is, go ahead and take some time to introduce yourself, man, to Goat World out here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Shifty, leader of Team Bones, active player. I've been playing online for about a couple of years now, playing GOAT format, so just enjoying it.
How'd you get involved, man? How'd you first start playing? Did you play back in the day at all? Did you ever play current? Like, did you just jump right into the GOAT scene?
Yeah, I mean, I started back from the very first starter decks, Joey, and I remember me and my brother, I got the Yugi, my brother got the Kaiba one.
Yeah.
And we were just, you know, old school, just hashing it out, Dark Magician versus
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, then obviously realizing there was a bit of we can make some money out of this, you know, playing card games, winning tournaments, you make a bit of profit on the side.
Really?
So, yeah, that was a good motivation factor, and obviously most of all I love the game, so got into competitive a bit. I didn't start playing GOATs. I think I started the one after that. I think it's Cyber format. That's when I first started to play the game a bit more seriously, but at the time, I mean, I didn't know what the format was, so I realized that you needed to have the cards to win. Like,
right.
You needed 3 Cyber Dragons, so I ended up just chasing those cards, trading away and becoming competitive. And then when I did get the cards eventually, I just started dominating my locals and just taking it from there, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I remember those cards because that's like right when I was ending, when the Cyber Dragon stuff first came out, man, and they were so hard to get, especially ultimate rare ones. People were just like going crazy for those cards. And you know, so did you ever compete, like go to regionals and do the competitive scene in your local area, or did you just kind of stick around the local area?
Yeah, I mean, I went to I was playing locals, and I was just it was very easy for me. So I went to my local city, Manchester, so that had the more competitive vibes, and I played in it was called the Winter Cup, so played against some of the top players there. I actually beat his name was Simon Ho. He was the #1 player in the UK at the time, so I beat him. I ended up winning the Winter Cup, won a box, won a mat. Yeah, so and then at that point I thought, you know what, I'm pretty decent at this game. I did continue to play, but the problem was the finances. As a kid, you're running short of money, you ain't got a job, so it was hard to keep on top of the meta game, like, because I was at college, I didn't work, so the funds were kind of lacking. By the time, I think it was Dark Dragon, like...
Oh, forget about it, yeah, forget about it.
Yeah, at that point I realized that it's not possible. Like, you can't compete unless you've got the dads and you've got the Crush Guard virus, you're done. So I ended up quitting, and I just come back online, free to play, right?
Yeah. And you're doing well, man. You're crushing it. You know, you're doing well. You're showing up. You don't get to play. I understand with your schedule, you don't get to play in a lot of events, and you finally found time to show up to this event. And so while we got that, let's go ahead and show the deck here. I'm gonna pull up your deck right now. The deck that you decided to take to this event. So if you didn't know, Shifty is a Chaos Turbo player, and of course he decided to take Chaos Turbo to this event. You've had quite a bit of success in the events that you were able to play in this year. You've had a series of tops, but you haven't really got over the threshold. You made it into some Obelisk runs, you made it into some deep Patreon runs, but you just haven't sealed the deal and finished one off for a victory. But this one, you just happened to push through that threshold and get to the title, and you brought this deck. So just tell Go World about this deck and what made you decided to bring this deck. It's a very interesting take on Chaos Turbo. So yeah, let's hear what you guys say about it.
So yeah, this deck is basically it's Chaos Turbo with a bit of a twist. So as you could probably see, you've got the mask in there, you've got the double Tsukiyomi, and the reason for that is purely because I think this deck is slightly favoured in the turbo matchup. So the whole concept is I'm gonna win because I've got more solemns than you, right? I mean, most decks, most turbo use 2 to 3 solemns, but I've got 5 and possibly more with Tsukiyomi, right?
Right.
So yeah, the objective of the deck, I mean, it can play like a standard turbo would. Obviously, beat you down with Deco, Chaos Sorcerer, the normal stuff. But it's just got that something extra where you can do big plays. So if you can set up a BLS with a couple solemns behind it and start recurring your Mask of Darkness, then it's just curtains. Also from that, I mean, the double suck, it can be slow, but it is a powerful card. I mean, Snatch usually in the mirror is a dead card, but if you can't answer their flip, if you can resolve a Snatch plus Tsukiyomi play, that's like a +2 on a deco, so that's a really good play. Yeah, I mean, other than that, this deck originally, funny story, it didn't have spies in it, but in testing I realized that spy is super important, especially in the warrior matchup. And just also I like to use the spy as bait, so if they knock it, it's golden. I'm happy. I'm really happy with that.
Right, because they're losing their spies if you had in the mirror, and also that's just one less thing you got to worry about. Extending your deck by a little bit is not important to your strategy overall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I don't mind losing the spies. So and it's good to buy me some time till I get my combo pieces, and obviously the warrior matchup. So that's that one. It's got no breaker in there, which is I would like to have it in there because of the versatility, but I just couldn't find space. Again, card destruction. I love that card, but there's no space for it. But yeah,
I know a lot of. I mean, those Tsukiyomis, you mentioned those too. I mean, those probably really helped out a lot in the warrior matchup as well. Having those things, a lot of warriors. Did you play a lot of warriors in this event?
I didn't play any warriors. No.
Really? Oh man, you got lucky.
I mean, that's what it is, though. I mean, I designed this for the turbo mirror, and it crushes when it wants to. So yeah. Nice,
man. So, but in the main, the main's looking pretty good. I like it. Like you said, one thing that jumps off, the lack of breaker. Lack of tribe. I would love to figure out a way to start both of those cards, but like you said, it might go against your strategy a little bit too much. Anything else in the main 40 that you just didn't like and you wish you would have switched up if you had to play this event again?
I mean, no, the thing is, I'd love to have 3 decos, I'd love to have 3 moths, but there's just no space for it, and I'd love to have 3 jaws, but no, I think, it's just the space is so tight. I mean, I think I've made this list where I can get the most out of this deck. Okay. All right, man. So I like it. Tell me what you guys think about Shifty's main 40 with this Deco, Mask of Darkness, Tsukiyomi, flip, lock, control situation going on into the turbo with Mask of Darkness. I mean, I can see some stuff with because Wing Blast, you can potentially get a lock with that too with Mask of Darkness, Tsukiyomi, Wing Blast, and then you got the Night Assailant, get that whole thing going. I can see it really causing a lot of problems to some people if they aren't ready and they can get kind of caught up in that whole thing. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool deck, man. I think it's cool. I think it's a good call. I think you made it and you played it very well. We watched a couple of your games live as they were taking place. But we can shift over. Let's shift. Get it? Shifty. We're going to shifty over to the side deck, man. We're going to look at this thing. I see that's where you keep your tribe. That's where you keep your breaker. You got your mind controls in there. Go ahead and tell me about this side. How did it perform for you, man? And what would you change out? Because people are going to net deck this deck if they haven't done so already, and take it to the ladder or whatever. Just tell them what they should do and switch out if to make it more effective or less effective, or how you want to do it. Well, yeah, with the side deck, it covers most of the matchups. So obviously you've got the tribe and the breaker for Panda, and Panda warrior as well. You got Mind Cons for the turbo mirror. I've got the swords in there for the warriors, and Panda. We got Mystic Walks. You need those nowadays. Saku's and Magic Cylinder, those are for warriors, and we got Dust Shoot for the mirror and other matchups. Magic Jammer, this card is quite versatile. I mean, you can use it against Panda, you can use it against Reasoning Gate. I bring it in against Turbo as well sometimes and go in first. So very good versatile card there. So it fills a couple of fills a couple of spots there. 7 tools. People sleep on this card. It's a powerful card. It's a cheaper solemn sometimes, and it's very powerful. 7 tools, amazing card. It is a bit of a flex spot, but it's a good flex spot I like to have because it can blow a lot of decks out. It's good against the whole meta, the Mirror, the Warriors, and also the Panda Burn. Dust Tornado is for a couple matchups, but mostly just spell and trap removal for those floodgate decks that you see.
So you would say what would you rate this side deck? Was there any card that you just said, man, I wish I would have had this. I wish I'd have had that in there. It would have made my life a little bit easier. I would drop this and add this.
There is a card that I'm thinking of. It's 2-pronged attack.
Oh, you're joining the Mark theory. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it just clicked. Like I never copied Mark, but I just seen the card and it makes sense to what the purpose is, which is kill your own Ujama tokens, and also you're killing one of their threats, which it could be a Panda, it could be a face down Morphinjaw, Cyberjaw. So it's got multi-purpose. I think it's so versatile. Obviously, after playing this new Chain Energy Burn deck, it's a big problem, and I think I need to be packing at least one of those.
something for the burn, man. So all right, so hey, before we get into the matchups out here in Go World, let us know what you think about Shifty's side deck, the 15 he's got in there. I think he had it finely tuned for what he wanted to do with it, and maybe you can throw a 2-prong attack and try it out for yourself and see how it goes. But Shifty, tell me about these matchups, man. How'd you go? How'd your event go? I see you came in from the winner's side. You were undefeated until winners grand finals, where you went up against Birdman Omega, who is just hot. No pun intended. Playing burn deck, he is coming off of top after top after top. And he changed that thing, and it's very, very difficult to beat. So just tell us all about your tournament experience, man, and how that all went, and some of the highlights if you can remember off the top of your head.
So first round was a bye, so that's fine. The round 2 was against a player called Figano. Not seen him around too much. I'm not familiar with the name. He was on Chaos Control. And the funny thing is, prior to this event, I did test with my teammate Not So Fast. Shout outs to you. And he beat me, and I'm like, damn, have I chose the wrong deck? And I come into this match. I mean, I thought, I've never heard of this kid, so it should be pretty easy. And he beats me game on, and I'm like, I've chose the wrong deck here. This ain't good. I end up turning it around, doing what I do. I beat him. So that was good, and then I got to TK. TK, obviously, head judge, amazing player. Shout outs to you. He was on Turbo, and he was on the return variant as well. So this deck was super scary because it can kill you at any point. So we had a good game. I think game one he won actually. Game 2 I won, and game 3 I just sacked the hell out of him. I think it was part graceful. There was a lot of Trinity in there, and he couldn't do much. I just blew him out of the water.
Hate to see it. Shout out to TK. Hate to see it. Hey, it'd be like that sometimes. We've all been there. You know the vibe. Yeah,
shout outs to TK. Next one was, excuse me, Ghost Rider, Turbo God, Ghost Rider 15. We had a great game. It was, I think I won the first, he won the second, and I won the third. But I think what cost him the match was he used his solemns to a point where he got into OTK range on 2 occasions. So, and I've got more solemns than him. So we got to a point where he solemned, and it put him into OTK range. So he did that on a couple of occasions. So, I mean, that was a great game though, and clutched it out. And then next one was AJT BLS, one of the hottest players right now. Shout outs to you, bro. Again, Turbo Mirror. This one was probably my hardest match of the tournament because with AJ, we played a couple times. Usually he's on the Warrior, so he's on Turbo this time. I don't think I've played him on Turbo. But his mind games are crazy. So I mean, we're both just, it was crazy because we're both setting cards and we're both baiting each other, and it's one of those matches where one mistake and it costs you the game. and it gets to game three actually, and he's got a board. I think it's three spies and something else. I think it's a deco or something. So he's got four cards, and he ends up setting his fifth monster. So he locks his board, and I think this is awesome. This is game now, so I can just draw my combo pieces and just win the game. And he set a card. I thought it was a Tsukiyomi because I thought that might have been a good play from him. If he set the Tsukiyomi, baiting a Narc or a Wing Blast,
flip it, get a guy, and then
reduce my resources.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a Tsukiyomi. It turned out to be it was a Moth actually. Still, it didn't solve the problem, and that was that his board was locked. He ended up ringing his own spy, I think it was. So that was another one of his wing cons gone. So his ring's gone, and I thought this is awesome. I'm gonna drop my BLS and just his curtains, and that's what happened. I just dropped my BLS, and he couldn't out it because I had too much defense in the end. So it was a great game though.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think I saw that game happen live. Shout out again, huge shout out to AJT BLS. He is the previous FLC champion. Like you said, he is one of the hottest duelists of the season by far. He's on a tear as well. So that's no easy feat to defeat him like that.
Amazing player. Moving on, we get to, oh my god, Birdman Omega.
Oh,
so
man.
Birdman Omega, so the man of the moment, the Burn God, as they calling him,
Yeah.
the Burn King.
The Burn King.
I'm not gonna lie, I sacked the hell out of him. I think I heavy stormed for 4 on both games, so it was a straight 2-0 heavy storm both games, and I just sacked him. I'm not gonna lie, I just sacked him.
I mean, and just looking at the deck again. I pulled the deck back up, but looking at the deck, I'm just seeing like your game 1 burn matchup is just unwinnable. Like you can't do it. I don't see how that is possible for you to win. It'd be very difficult. And going into game 2 and game 3, it might be a little bit easier. But Birdman is not like your average burn player. You know, he hit him and Pui and like these upper end burn players. They tailor their burn decks the same way the turbo players tailor their turbo decks. You know, they can dial it in for the exact game. Going second, game 2, whatever. So you defeat Birdman, and now you're moving on to Carl, another turbo.
Yeah, so this is winner finals, Carl. Yeah, so we move on to Carl, winners final. It was just another turbo mirror, and also it was a good match. I think I won game 1, he won game 2, I won game 3. Usually the case. Nothing too special about this match. I can't recall. It was just normal turbo things, to be honest, and I just got the cards, and yeah, I won. Shout outs to Carl as well.
It's no, I mean, like I said, it just goes that way. Yeah. Whoever gets the cards, those turbo mirrors can just be 50-50. You know, whoever gets the cards is going to happen. Especially when you get to like extremely skilled players like yourself and Carl are. I mean, it's not going to be a lot of mistakes, and whoever gets the cards is going to probably walk away with it. So, I mean, it was you today. That's how it is.
Yeah, and then so we actually took a break, and we completed the top 4 a couple days after. So during this whole tournament, I was drawing quite good. I've never drawn this well in quite a while, so I was feeling good. But then, I was feeling good going into day 2, so to say, and I had to play Birdman again. I was feeling confident, and I'm pretty well versed in the Panda matchup. So we opened up, and I opened absolutely terrible. And obviously game 1 is already an uphill battle, and when you draw bad, it's just curtain. So yeah, I couldn't get no momentum, and he beat me game 1 and game 2. I can't recall too much, but I drew bad. I couldn't get no engine going, and he killed me pretty quick. So now I'm thinking, this is crazy. I gotta win this guy again, and game 1 is practically unwinnable. And I'm not just playing for myself. I'm playing for my team. I'm playing for all the turbo gods out there. You know? So I've got a lot of weight on my shoulders. So we go into game. The reset the bracket. Yeah. And he wins game 1. He wins game 1. Obviously, I've got a lack of answers, and he just kills me as the deck does. So yeah, game 2. I open up again, quite a slow start. I don't think I've seen one piece of Trinity the entire tournament,
The
the
entire
yeah, the
grand
entire
final.
set. Yeah, the entire grand final. I didn't see a piece of Trinity. So game two starts, and I set Tsukiyomi as a mind control knockbait and a dust tornado to kill a back row, and he goes for breaker, and he uses a breaker. He kills my dust tornado. He kills my Tsukiyomi for the +1, and at this point I am feeling so down. I'm thinking this is over. This is bad, but I grind it out, and I win the match. Game three, this one was crazy. I'm just trying to think where we get to that. Yeah, so game three was awesome because we get to the point where I set my lock up, and this time it's a night assailant lock. So
Oh, that's a terrible one. Yeah, that's a bad one. Yeah.
I'm looping my night assailant, and I've also got my mask on, so I can choose which one I'm looping at this point. So I've got the dust tornado for any back rows. I've got the night assailant for any monsters. So I'm feeling good. He summons a Sangan, and he sat on a Sangan at one stage. So now I need to make a decision: do I sit or do I push? Because if I push, he can get a morphine jar, he can get a panda or something. But if I wait, he's just gonna draw more burn cards. He's gonna burn me. So I made the decision to just go in. I destroy his Sangan, and he searches panda. But so I'm thinking, okay, this is good because I've got a little techie, I've got a little spicy little summer. I got the magic cylinder down. So I'm praying at this point. He summons the panda, and all I'm thinking is no true nade, please no true nade. I think he had 3 true nades on heavy storm and 30 cards left, so he had some outs there, but he summons the panda, he runs right into the cylinder, and next turn I wrap it up. So yeah, GG's Birdman. Great games, by the way.
Oh man, those were good games, man. Shout out again. I can't say enough good about what Birdman is doing and what the whole entire Burn community is doing. Pui and Birdman and the Burn world. You guys keep innovating as well. Chaos players, everyone in their little kung fu, whatever your kung fu style is, you know what I'm saying, keep innovating and keep developing and keep the other side on their toes, because I think that is what keeps our game vibrant and fresh and alive and new and different. So
yeah,
I think it's really cool.
Agree. I mean, they're keeping us turbo players on our toes. They're keeping the whole meta on the toes. So shout outs to you guys. But we've got answers. We're working on the answers. Don't worry.
All right, man. But how does it feel, man? Talk to us about how does it feel to be a champion, man. To finally and now, you know what I'm saying, this is the last major event before Clash of Champions. Clash of Champions. You now qualify to appear in that. Hopefully, you have the time and availability to show up to that event and participate in that. So just tell us how you feel, man, about being a champion. Take your victory lap before we sign this thing off soon and wrap it on up.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. It feels really good. The amount of support I got from my team, and to be honest, it might sound a bit cliche, but it wouldn't have been possible without my team. Like they give me support, and we help each other. We talk, and shout outs to my team. So I really appreciate that. The amount of support I got from the wider community as well, not my team. Like everyone congratulated me. It was really awesome. Yeah, a lot of people just showing their appreciation. So I do appreciate that. To shout outs to everyone who did congratulate me. But yeah, I think I'm really hungry now. I mean, I'm hungry for more. I mean, yeah, I do want to win more. As soon as if I can get time and I can play, then I do really want to win more events.
All right, we look forward. Hey, Shifty, we look forward to seeing what you can do. We look forward to seeing more titles. We look forward to seeing what the Bones organization is going to continue to do. Both sides, Bad Bones, Beam Tones, all that. And I'm very proud and thankful I'm very proud and thank you for coming by and talking to us and sharing your experience, man. It really means a lot. Hopefully, if you're watching this video, you can learn something from about what Shifty has said, and you can be the next champion. Maybe I can be the next champion. Who knows? Anything can happen. Crazier things have happened. You know what I'm saying? It's not done. Anything else you want to say, Shifty, before we wrap this bad boy up?
No, bro. I mean, thanks for the interview. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Anytime, Shifty. Come on by anytime, man. You know the vibes. All right, Shifty, man. Thank you so much, man, for coming by, brother. You know I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you very much.
All right, homie.
All right.
Peace. All right. So that was Shifty, your newest FLC 25 champion. Also, I got to say a big shout out to the format library community as well for hosting that event and putting that on, and all the staff and everyone behind the scenes that made that possible to run that event. It was very smooth and very accommodating. And to everyone who participated in that event, shout out to you as well. Also, I did mention that Shifty did qualify for the Clash of Champions. The Clash of Champions. The Clash of Champions. The Clash of Champions. I did mention that Shifty qualified for the Clash of Champions. The Clash of Champions. That is taking place September the 17th. Okay, that is going to be a spectacle in its own right. So make sure you're tuned into that. If you are a crown champion, make sure you sign up to play in that event. It's going to be really, really cool. A spectacle to see. Shifty, now being a champion, has qualified to appear in that event. So tell me what you think about Shifty's deck. Tell me what you think about this event. Tell me what you think about all of it. Goats in general. Tell me what you think about the metagame and everything. Whatever you want to know. Get into the comments. Make sure, as always, make sure you go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe and get into discussion. And let me know what you think about it. Until then, I'm JDZ. I play Goats. Till next time, shout out to the real ones. Salute to the OGs. Peace.
This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.